Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, all. This time we are from group 2, which consists of 5 people. There is Aufa, Naila, Izumi, Novia, and me, Maulana. So we will explain the material about approval and disapproval. So without any further ado, let's start with the first material that will be conveyed by Izumi and Naila. To the Izumi and Naila, the time is yours.
Thank you, Maul. So first, the definition of approval. What is an approval? Approval is an act or instance of approving something. Approval is an expression granting permission, an indication of agreement with a proposal, and acknowledgement that a person, thing, or even meets requirements. Approval can occur because of the belief that someone or something is good or acceptable. And it can also be said that approval occurs because of the feeling of having a positive opinion of something or someone. Next. And more functions about approval are to have or express a favorable opinion, to accept as a satisfactory, and also to give formal or official sanction. Approval as a show of support from one speaker for a belief or proposition expressed by another. Approvals are usually produced quickly and unambiguously. So next, expressing or giving approval. Approval is an expression that gives permission or agreement. There are many expressions that can be used to show approval. And in formal situation, expressing or giving approval, we can say that next, I approve of you or I approve of them. You could not have done better. I would like that. Next, so we can say it in informal expression of approval, that is good, excellent, right. That's fine. That's nice. Well done. Perfect. It looks or it sounds pretty good. What a success. Go ahead. Let's do it. I'm all for it. I hope so. So that is an expression of giving approval. And the presentation will be continued by my friend Naila. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Izumi. Next material is asking for approval. Apart from expressing an approval, we can also ask for approval when we are not sure whether it's a good idea or not before we want to do something. So we need useful expressions for asking if other people agree with an idea or intended action. Here are the kinds of expressions of asking for approval. First, do you think it's alright to do it? What do you think about me doing that? Do you think or reckon I ought to do it? What would you say if I did it? Would you approve of doing something? What is your attitude to the idea of blah blah blah? Are you in favor of me doing something? You are in favor of blah blah blah, aren't you? Do you think anyone would mind if I blah blah blah? And the last is would it be really awful if I blah blah blah? And next is example conversation of asking or giving approval.
Are you in favor of me if I choose to go to my dream university?
Of course, that's a great idea. I really support you.
But are you sure you don't mind that I will be far from you if I choose that university?
That's fine as long as you are happy with it. Now, technology is getting more sophisticated. You don't have to worry about the distance. You can use our cell phone to keep in touch.
So guys, as we can see, are you in favor of me? That is an example for asking of approval. And of course, that's a great idea. That is an giving approval. But are you sure you don't mind that I will be blah blah blah? So that is an expression for asking approval. And Naila said that that's fine as long as you're happy, blah blah blah. So that is the example for giving approval.
Okay, thanks to Naila and Izumi. Okay, now we will move to the second material, namely disapproval, which will be conveyed by Novia and Aufa. To Novia and Aufa, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Maulana. So next, disapproval. Disapproval is mean rejection, refusal to approve, the act of state or feeling or disapproving, an expression of recommendation and inclination to withhold approval from some person or group, a feeling of disliking something or what someone is doing. Jadi, disapproval itu bisa diartikan sebagai penolakan, penolakan untuk menyetujui tindakan suatu keadaan atau perasaan tidak setuju, ungkapan kutukan, kecenderungan untuk menahan persetujuan dari seseorang atau kelompok, kemudian perasaan tidak menyukai sesuatu atau apa yang dilakukan seseorang. Next, definition of disapproval. Disapproval is the feeling of having a negative opinion of someone or something. The speech act of disapproval occurs when a speaker directly or indirectly says no to requests or invitation. Refusal or disapproval is a face-threatening act to the listener, requester, inviter because it contradicts his or her expectation and is often realized through indirect strategies. Direct disapproval refer to phrases such as "no one" or "I refuse". Next, disapproval is frequently delayed and often prefaced with an element of agreement, such as in the case of the obligations "yes, but". Okay, next. Next, expressing or giving disapproval. Expression of disapproval is an expression used to express disagreement with the opinions of others. Jadi ekspresi disapproval, ungkapan disapproval ini adalah ungkapan yang digunakan untuk menyatakan ketidaksetujuan terhadap pendapat orang lain. Bisa digunakan untuk ketidaksetujuan terhadap pendapat orang lain. So, we can use the expression like in informal situation, we can use expression like, well, I don't think so. I don't think that is true. That's totally unacceptable. Yes, but don't you think? I don't buy that idea. I don't think it's very good. I don't think much of that. I wouldn't say that. That's not a good idea. Do you really think? I'm not sure that you are right. It's likely not, or surely not. And last, no. No is usually followed by a statement. For example, no, that's not a good idea. Next. For formal situation, we can use expression like I can accept. I can say that I share your view of I couldn't disagree more. I will not say that. I can say so. I am sorry, but I have to disagree. Pardon me, but or sorry, but next. The next material will be explained by Maulana and Aufa. So this is the example of conversation of asking or giving disapproval.
Ini adalah salah satu contoh percakapan dari asking or giving disapproval.
Okay. Aufa, what do you know about vegan?
Vegans are the people who don't eat meat.
I'm not sure about that. That is not entirely sure.
Do you mind to explain it more?
Sure. Vegans are the people that didn't consume any kind of animal product.
Next. Uh, in addition, disapproval can be used to refuse something. For example, rejecting someone's invitation. Tomorrow night will be my birthday party. Are you coming my birthday celebration?
Happy birthday and wish you all the best. But I'm sorry, I can't. I had a few things come up.
Of course, no problem. And this is the conversation of asking and giving approval and disapproval. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Alpha.
Here's my latest proposal for the project that you want.
This is a silly idea.
But sir, I do have another plan, just in case you reject the first one.
Oh, wow. This is actually a very good plan. We should show this one first.
As you can see, in the conversation, Maulana said, this is a silly idea. That is some expression of disapproving some idea. And on the next one, Maulana said, this is actually a very good plan. It's some expression of approving some the plan. Next will be continued by Maulana.
Okay, in this slide, we have an exercise about the approval and disapproval. So for the first exercise is, what should we say if we if we disapproval with people opinion or idea? For the second is make a short conversation about approval. For the third is make a short conversation about disapproval. For the next is, what's the difference between approval and disapproval with agree and disagree? For the last is, from the explanation above, explain again in your language what is approval and disapproval. So, kita di sini ada soal buat kalian latihan ya. Di sini ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 soal. Nanti kalian bisa coba jawab sesuai dengan kemampuan kalian masing-masing. Oke, seperti itu. Next. So, for this slide, we have a resource or reference that we use in this PowerPoint. Okay, thank you to all of you guys. Thank you to those who have watched until the end. Sorry if there are mistakes. Okay, so that's where the material there from group 2 hopefully can be useful, and see you at the next meeting. Dadah.